Welcome in, Sneeples! Today is Monday, which means it's Market Monday. Over this last week, we have seen ProQuest Battle Irons as well as seeing some of the new cards, which will be in that new heavy hitters set. We also have Hype for Worlds coming up because that is so close away, as well as skirmish season. So there's a lot going on, so let's just get straight into this. Ninjas are coming in, Double Strike is swinging 1-2. Double Strike went from $2 to $3.48. That's a 74% increase. You know, I would have expected to double in price, be a little more thematic with its name, but 74% will be alright. Dishonor, this card went from $5 to $7.40. That's a 48% increase. I'll tell you what, the best part about this card is if you hit with this, it's that feeling. It's that feeling of dishonoring your opponent. Red in the Ledger. This card went from $6.10 up to $9. That's a 47.5% increase. Brute, Reckless Ring, Radar! This card went from $1.26 up to $1.89. That's around a 50% increase. Let me get a little reckless in here. Blood Royal Bellow! This card went from $3.49 up to $5. That's a 43.3% increase. Massacre! This card went from $2 to $2.50. That's a 22% increase. Not a massacre, didn't go too crazy, but hey, still an increase. Runic Reckoning. This card went from $3.08 up to $4. That's a 29.2% increase. Not reckoning time yet for this card, but at least it's trying to move that way. So you're telling me they went up even more than what we covered? They're still doing things since last week? Oh man, that is crazy. I'm gonna have to see this. Alright, let's talk about it. Tome of the Imperial Flame. We recently covered this card last week because we saw that card had a huge popularity boost. It got bought, a lot of people were buying them, copies were flying off shelves. They're still expensive. More has hit the market, but at a high price and people are buying. Last week when we recently covered it, they went up for around like $35, $40-ish, $50, so give or take. Now, the normal for a non-foil or a rainbow foil is $50. That's currently where they're listed at. There were sold listings for rainbow foil copies for around $60. Non-foils around $54. We're gonna have to see how well this price holds up for this card. It's definitely becoming one of the main chase cards for Bright Lights. So I just wanted to make you guys aware how expensive this has gotten to. We're going to keep you up to date if it does anything more crazy in the next weeks or so. Tomotai! Invoke Tomotai, the big dragon. Watch out for it. Currently, there's a handful listed on the market. There's about 4 or 5 or so listed under $12. Then the rest are shooting up from there. Low supply of these cards, so keep your eye on this one. Final Spring Tunic. It hasn't been moving a whole lot in this last week. Guessing it's hitting near the price that's gonna last for a little while at least. Welcome to Wraith is $150. Trunics, you're able to pick some of them up for around $75. There's not a lot out there in that $70 range. Most of them are sitting around the 90s, but I saw a few. Mystery packs, a couple that are on there are for around $120. There were some sold though for around $70. And then the Evo Tunic, Bright Lights Tunic, that's sitting around $70, $72, $75. Depending with shipping and so on. This is where the tunics are sitting currently. We're still keeping a very close eye on them. Trying to tell if they're going any much lower, they're gonna go start rising up. We're gonna keep you informed every week. We try to go over just a little bit, just to see where they're sitting. A lot of information to be had, a lot of cards moving, skirmishes moving things, ProQuest moving things. World's coming up. There is a new meta at our doorstep and we're all excited to see what happens. We also have the release of some of those new cards, which will be coming out in heavy hitters. Guardian Warrior, Warrior Brute, Brute Guardian. Those are super exciting and that is bound to change things as well. So, if you want to keep up to date with all the things that are moving, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one.